welcome back. If you didn't know, you know by now. This is Thunder Vikings Podcast, Season 1, Episode 15. Our topic now is the over-sexualization of black women and the de-masculinity of black men. And like always, I'm going to give you the floor first.
I'm gonna say it like this. As far as the over-sexualization of black women, you gotta know where that shit come from to understand that is not the route to take. I do see like women like Erykah Badu that totally understand her being. It's a difference between over-sexualization and understand, like walking in their being. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen Erykah Badu with just her titties out besides that video window seat, and it was different. You get what I'm saying? It was like, it was coming from a wake the fuck up standpoint. You know what I'm saying? But then here you go. I think you showed me a picture like Cardi B dressed like Satan, or that WAP video, or what I done seen of it, you know what I'm saying?
And countless videos before that. But she not black, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't necessarily say Cardi B. You did, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying like we go after what we see and what's popular at the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating because it's getting to a point where I do get on Instagram and I see like women that have they little girls and shit that a child shouldn't be in. Now, it's not, that ain't my kid, but come on now. You got some weird ass motherfuckers running around here and you choose to dress your child like you. And what you got on is okay for a grown person, but it's not okay for a child.
Right.
And then here you go, you got the kids that's like our oldest daughter age with nails real long, hair real long. And it's like, that's just over-sexualized because at this point, she don't know what her age range is. Mm-mm. My grandmama used to tell, my great-grandmama used to be like, act your age, not your shoe size. You know what I'm saying? But we damn sure didn't have weave and shit in our head to where we ain't know our age. But then here you go, you got the Meg the Stallions and this and that. And it's like, I always felt like if you look like a hoe, you certainly gonna get treated like a hoe. Mm. And that's just me. I'm not asking nobody to agree with me or disagree with me, but I'm saying people gonna judge you by what they see. True. If your ass cheeks out, a man being a man and a man's nature, his first goal is to look. But how you look, I'm like, I'm gonna try this shit. I'm finna grab them cakes. You know what I'm saying? And then you like, motherfucker, don't treat me like no hoe.
But you dress like one.
You dress like one.
You can't define how I dress, and that's what I hear a lot. You know, women try to make an excuse for dressing provocative, and then getting mad when they get treated how they dress. Mm. And I'm like, but if you just came down the street and you had on normal clothes, and your booty cheeks weren't hanging out the back of your jeans with cuts and slits in them, do you think you'll get that same treatment? Because you wouldn't.
Nah, because a man know how not to. This the thing. A lot of women can be so quick to underestimate a man's mind. But if a woman is dressed in a pantsuit, mm-hmm. she look like she got her shit together. Mm-hmm. He is not going to grab this lady's ass. He is not gonna approach her that way. He know if I gotta get my shit together before I try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And then she'll see her. And
I gotta say this: if a woman dressed in a pantsuit that ain't super motherfucking tight on her, that just fit her just right, a man gonna approach her in a respectful manner because that's how she represent herself. But see, a lot of black women don't understand that they represent themselves as such or what they were. And not only do you look like you going out to stand on the corner to make some money prostituting, you act like it. Your whole attitude is fucked up.
Yeah.
But then you mad because a black man just want to smash and pass. He just want to mess with me. He don't want to be with me. How would you? I mean, are you acting like your relationship worthy or tight? Have you proven yourself that if y'all get in a relationship, then obviously you're not gonna dress like you out here searching? Because that's what a lot of females do. They'll get with a man and then turn around and still dress like they single. And when I say that, I'm not telling women how to dress. I'm saying it's certain shit that you wouldn't wear as somebody's girlfriend or fiance or wife that you would if you were single.
Yeah, the appropriateness.
Right. Don't show up to my goddamn family barbecue with your titties out.
Yeah. With
your slit through shirt and your slit through days to do shorts. Talking about you my wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be heated if it's me. Like, bitch, you showing everything. What the fuck? Now, that was cute when we first got together because I was getting to know you. But now you my wife or you my fiance or you my old lady. You got to have a little bit of respect, especially around my family. At least not nobody in my family. But this is what they do. Then they get mad when the dude quit fucking with them, venture off to the next motherfucker. And then, well, she ain't no better than me. She do the same thing. But do she? Do she? Or did she change it up when it was appropriate for her to change it up? But see, they don't see that. But this shit go deeper than just, clothes. Is the language, the lingo, is visual. It's audio. It's what you hear. It's so heavy in the black community, it ain't even funny. Now these days, these women rappers ain't saying nothing but nasty shit. And then they get mad because I don't want to hear this chick rap about, giving head and all this old other shit.
I just want you to do that nasty shit.
But then they say, well, you'll listen to a dude say that a girl gave him head. Possibly.
That's what I want,
Right.
This moment.
Right. But like I said, if you look, if the can't nobody name me one female artist that's famous right now that's rapping, they got positive substance. Now, it's a whole bunch of female artists out here that are not famous that has positive substance.
Yeah, because my girl, what's her name? Wack.
Tierra Whack.
I like her.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How long is it until the industry get to her to where she sounding just like Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj and all these other female rappers?
Yeah.
How long will it be? Because that's how I look at it. Because that's how it happens.
Because they warp that mind frame where it's like sex sells. Only way you're gonna sell if it's about sex, you gotta suck a dick or two, and it's just like nah. But see, you gotta be willing to give up that weird ass fame.
Yeah.
Point you want,
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Just as well as women don't stick to their gun when it comes to not being over sexualized, men don't either. When it comes to being demasculated or demasculated or masculinity, it's all the same, And that's what the problem is in the black community, because you want your son and your daughter to grow up to be so-called the Barack Obama of America, but you still telling them to twerk and shake their ass and go get to the bag, baby. Mama, get to the bag. You gotta get to the bag. And you like, so you basically telling your daughter that she can't meet a guy, love a guy, and build with him. She gotta find a guy that got some money to take care of her.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of a hoe.
Yes.
So what is it that you don't understand? What is it that you don't understand of that aspect of it?
Pretty Woman. You remember that movie?
I know it well. I
and
remember.
It's just like that people motherfuckers strive for that. I think Pretty Woman is one of my mama's favorite movies.
But that first of all, that shit wasn't even real.
No.
It was a fucking movie.
Fantasy.
Now, I'm not saying that some of these rich guys don't run into women and you know, make them wives and
razzle dazzle them.
I'm not saying that don't happen, because it do, but guess what? It don't happen that often in the black community.
Hell no.
Ain't no white man looking for some black girl just trying to get to the bag.
What my cousin?
That's gonna make her, you know, his significant other.
What my cousin say? If you ain't a hoe, get up out my trap house.
Right.
But they'll get mad at this shit like, I ain't no hoe. You sure? Or do you know? You know? Do you know that you a hoe or not? But it's like, I dress like a hoe, but I want to be treated
like a wife.
Treated like a wife, and it's like, man, you come on now. And I'm not saying women don't have a choice to dress how they want to, because when I was younger, yes, I wore tight shit. Now I ain't wear see-through shit. I think I wore a couple of halter tops and shit like that, but I didn't like what I see now is just like, oh, I just couldn't see myself, and I dress myself, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't see myself wearing a lot of stuff that these other girls I do see, like straight up in public.
They be half naked.
No, I've seen the one girl on Instagram, this heifer had on, like she went to the store like that, like Walmart.
A see-through lingerie thing.
A see-through shirt and no brassiere.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. They be half fucking naked.
I'm like, oh my goodness. And it was little kids, like little boys, like, and she just laughing. And it's like, you do know you can have a son, and you do know, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, they don't give a fuck. It's my body, da 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 da. Yeah,
but right, and that's true, 100%. But don't be mad when people got something to say about you flaunting your body in the manner that you are, and that's what I don't understand. You sit here and you dress with see-through ass fucking clothes on, then be mad if a motherfucker be like, damn, look at them sag ass titties, and she got the nerve to come out in public showing them with a see-through shirt on with some sag ass titties. You get mad.
I can't stand to see, like, I can't stand to see women get mad at a man for looking at their ass when they got on tight pants. Bitch, this is what this is for. We in agreement here. You wore tight pants for me to look at your ass, and that is what I'm doing. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at you. You chose them goddamn pants.
Exactly.
But hey.
But see, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to sex sales, it sells only for women when they choose it to.
Yeah.
You know, man, my Instagram is fucking ridiculous. I don't even get on that motherfucker.
10 freaking girls.
10 shit. Thousands of black women on there.
No.
Showing, doing, whatever, whenever. Just DM me if you want my nudes.
No.
All kind of shit. And I'm like, first of all, you started following me. I didn't even subscribe or follow you.
Yeah.
But that's the game now. That's what I said. The over-sexualization is crazy out here.
Yeah.
And then you get mad when a motherfucker like, okay, well, shit, I'm going to slide in her DM. Look at these motherfuckers in my DM. You weren't putting it out there on your Instagram. Talking about, yeah, I see you some Snapchat news. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
How dare you, bitch? That's
right.
what this is made for. Yeah.
How dare you inbox me after I told you to inbox me for news.
I get it. You like, bitch, this what you said. This is what I came here for.
Go check out my fans only if you want to see my news.
Yeah.
If you want to see me do this and do that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, you have no fucking self-respect.
You say, I just came here to look at some titties. That's it. No, I don't want.
I ain't even come out. First of all, I ain't even hit Instagram to look at nobody's nothing.
It just
I just scrolled, see if I got some messages, check the page and shit, see if somebody want to buy something.
Yeah.
And here I'm getting inbox offers of motherfuckers talking about DM me. And I'm like, you realize, like, I'm not representing this as a person. This is an entity. This is a clothing. This is a company.
Yeah.
So because you feel like I'm black owned, you gonna inbox me talking about inbox you. And I'm like, man, this shit crazy.
Yeah.
This shit crazy. It don't make no sense for black women to be this. They say black men thirsty. No. It's these black women out here that's fucking thirsty.
I think black women always talk of the reaction, but it's the reaction that they want, and then they talk about it. You wanted this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't see if it's a man that is... Because you do have some weird ass niggas that will, fuck with you, and then when you don't respond, it's just like, fuck you, bitch. I've seen a lot of that shit on, you know what I'm saying, Instagram. You know how people be doing a little thread thing where you swipe it. And you do, if you did, and that go back to you saying, hey, if I ain't fucking with you, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? But then you have those women that will put themselves out there like that. You're calling for that attention like that, and then you only post a reaction. Did you post the fact that you got ass pictures here, and he wants some of that? You know what I'm saying? You like, these niggas thirsty as hell, yeah, because you showing me a cup of water, let me drink it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So that's what I was finna say. How you gonna call a nigga thirsty when you got your last post was you in the lingerie where you can see your titties and the imprint of your coochie. But mean or thirsty.
But you got that tall glass of Kool-Aid right there.
Exactly.
You pouring it on the floor, bitch. Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like that. And you know what? I think we was having this conversation with Sugar Husband. It was like, man, them women's be on, you know what I'm saying, Facebook and Instagram showing it all. And it's just like that. Yeah, that's what it's for. That's exactly what it's for. But then they get mad. And then what get me is women get mad at these bitches. Why? I can understand the man getting mad, especially if she calling him a thirsty motherfucker. You teasing him.
Exactly.
But why you mad? Then you have these ones that'll go out their way and be like, this old ratchet ass, nasty ass bitch. Is you mad because you built like a beanbag?
Or is you mad because you ain't getting the same attention that Miss Ratchet is? And see, that's my whole thing. Like, I don't even give them no attention for the simple fact is, number one, obviously I'm married and I'm married to you, and if I don't feel the need to be looking for something outside my marriage. If I feel like, first of all, if I want to see you naked, I can see you naked at any time. That's no problem. So I think people don't understand that because it's so often to where cheating is a major thing in the black community, and a lot of women feel like, well, you don't know what I got to offer. You don't got shit to offer me because I'm not looking for something outside of what I got going on. But see, that's normally the opposite. It's always, somebody in a relationship that's not happy within that relationship or happy with what's going on with that relationship that they can pull to them. That's why it's all this messiness going on in the black community to where somebody, baby daddy or husband or wife or baby mama slept with somebody else because they wasn't happy with what they was going through or had going on, but they didn't express that amongst each other. So instead of expressing that, they just acted on it.
Yeah, I think it's a two-way thing though. I think within our community we get on, like, we done seen so many videos where you see me and be like, man, I don't want to be with your ass. I've been telling you I ain't want to be with your ass. And then you have these bitches that don't want to accept no for an answer. But a man can't not accept no for an answer from you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the opposite. But at that point, he a stalker. You gotta call the police, and you know what I'm saying? All this bullshit. But if a woman is doing it to a man, it's laughed at. It's not taken lightly. I mean, it's taken lightly. It's not serious.
Right.
But how can he not take it serious when society tell you, oh man, it's just a female? No, she's a human that can do anything within the human range of destruction. And that shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. I feel like it's not fucking cool. I think everybody needs to be way more considerate for a person. You have too many people not willing to accept no. Do you know how fucked up you gotta be in the head to not accept no from somebody? Because in any different scenarios, it can go wrong.
And I mean, by you saying that, what made me think of this? You remember Lou asked us, could she be a cheerleader?
Yeah.
First thing came my mouth was hell no.
Yeah.
But then I told her, I said, well, let me check myself. Let me go see what that cheerleader squad look like. When I seen that little cheerleader squad, they wasn't no different than the little girls on TV. What you call it, the diamond dancers or whatever.
Yeah.
They wasn't no different from them. I'm like, nah, baby. That ain't finna let you be out here like that.
We's not finna do that.
Nah, not like that, baby. You gotta have some kind of self-respect, some kind of dignity, you know, to be dressed like that with the little tight clothes on. And cheerleaders don't even look like cheerleaders no more. You know, and for me to have 3 daughters, I'm not finna allow, I'm not finna stand by and watch my daughters to be over-sexualized. Yeah. And I'm not finna participate in it because that's what a lot of parents doing. And then a lot of daddies can't say nothing because guess what? They're not even with the mama no more.
Yep.
So now if he got something to say, he just saying that because he don't want to pay for it.
He trying to run my house.
He trying to tell me what to do. I'm grown.
Even I like how our dynamic is when it comes to the girls. It's like when she, you know what I'm saying, was like, I want to play basketball. I was like, well, I'll talk to your dad about it. But ultimately, this is something you need to bring to him. You get what I'm saying? I told her hell fucking no to the cheerleader shit. But she came to you. You know what I'm saying? You was like, well, let me go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Not taking anything away from me. Because I know she ain't say, well, mama said nah. Because you would have been like, yo, mama said nah. I ain't even going to check the shit out. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the point of, regardless of what the situation is between parents, there should be that balance there between male and female. You know what I'm saying? Because if that daughter gets so out of control because of the things that she's been able to do, you call daddy. You need to come get your daughter, and the daddy like, well, bitch, you ain't tell me she was cheering. You ain't tell. I ain't like. What if I ain't like the height of this skirt? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like, come on now. It gotta be a fucking balance. I don't give a fuck what go on between parents, whether y'all together or not. There has to always be a feminine and male fucking balance, because that daughter is not going to get away with as much as she'll be able to get away with if there is both people there. Not saying they got to be together. I'm saying that she know for a fact dad ain't going to let me get away with this shit, so I ain't going to try. Mama ain't gonna let me get away with this shit, so I ain't gonna try. But you got both parents when they not together, when it's a bitterness, when they holding shit above each other's head. They want to sneak and you know what I'm saying? Do shit that's just not necessary. That open doors.
So that open doors that end up in being 13-year-old and being pregnant.
Hell yeah.
And we know that too well.
Hell yeah.
And can't nobody in the black community say that they don't know somebody that was under 15 and had a child. Because that'll be a fucking lie. Because like I said, we over-sexualize our children to the fact that we're not teaching them safe sex. We're not teaching them abstinence. We're not teaching them to be responsible.
I think.
And that goes for girls and boys. Because a 13-year-old girl can't have a child, you know, by herself. And sometimes it be grown ass men, and sometimes it be little boys that's the same age.
Yep. I think where a lot of shit go haywire is where, you know, black people don't really understand that they do teach their kids shit without sitting them down and opening them and pointing it to them in the book. Like, I hate hearing motherfuckers be like, I don't know what's wrong with, I don't know where they get that shit from. Do you? Or do you not know because you don't want to face the fact that you taught your child this shit? Because they with us more or so. If they not with us, they with somebody. But that means you ain't been being the parent that you should be.
Where your child at?
Where your child at? Hashtag where your child at? And I'm not saying like parents don't have to work. You have single fathers out there. You have single mothers out there. You know what I'm saying? And the child will go in between both homes. But what is going on when the child is completely around you to where you can't look at your kid or sense your kid and it's like, oh, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Even between me and Lou, it's just like I could walk past and it's like a jerk. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's up with you?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And some people don't even know their kids, and then some people don't realize that your child is suffering, but your child is not validated in your home enough to know that I can come to my mom or my daddy and express myself or have questions. Because the first thing a black parent will say, don't question me, I'm your mama.
Exactly. I want to say this. You know, me having 3 daughters is definitely a change in pace of my attitude and how I am as a person. Because I'm learning that as much as I am a tough guy, that I can't always be a tough guy with them. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes I gotta show the lighter side, the softer side of being a father. Mm-hmm. So that's what I've been working on, because I don't want my kids to grow up to be tough guys. Yeah. And I got all girls. Mm-hmm. You know, because eventually that's going to lead to something else. Yeah. So I'm trying to change that so they can understand that a man can be soft too and understanding too, mm-hmm. and not tough and not aggressive. Yeah. You know, and they, at this point in the stage of their life, I know all of them getting to understand that, you know, that's possible. Mm-hmm. Because we sit here, if we raising a son, we want him to be a tough guy. Mm. But then when he pull that tough guy shit to somebody else, or somebody show him that they tougher than him, mm-hmm. and he lose his life, then it's, oh, my son was a good son. That was my baby. Yeah. But you taught him how to be a tough guy, mm-hmm. and that's all he knew, so that's all he done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is, you know, that's, you know, with my sister having the one boy of all the girls, it's what, 5 girls and 1 boy. Mm-hmm. That is tough as hell to even wrap your mind around.
Yep.
And the thing is, you know, even with her, she was just, you know, she was saying somebody was telling her, you know, you can't hug and baby him because he gonna be soft. And she was like, no, my son is gonna know how, you know what I'm saying, to deal with his emotions. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, when you continuously teaching your son be tough, when he finally get around a woman, all he'll know how to do is be tough. So he will not be able to handle her with care unless sex is involved. Mm. So emotionally, under emotionalized society, where do we go? The women are tough until sex is coming. The men are tough until sex is coming, because it just boils down to us being a sexually driven society.
But see, it flipped though, and I'm glad you said that, because that's when the demasculinity of the black man come in. Mm-hmm. Because now you have the fact to where black women are teaching their male sons to be ultra sensitive. And I emphasize ultra because that's how deep it is. Mm-hmm. You know, to where you twerking and you dressing up in the mirror and you got your son in there watching. Why would you do that?
It's fucked up.
Why would you allow him to preview this? Because this is something that you would do with other females or even your daughter. So basically what you done was took your son and made him your daughter.
I can't stand seeing that shit. Like, my son, my best friend. No, the fuck he not. This is what I seen a long time ago, and it rings so fucking true even till today. Like you just said, you teaching your sons, like I said earlier, we don't realize what we're teaching our children, even though they ain't saying shit, even though we ain't sitting them down and marking it and showing them in the book. We do shit around them that we wouldn't necessarily be proud of somebody else, you know what I'm saying, repeating outside of the home. So you have these women that do have a kid that's no longer with the dad, and of course she's saying, I hate men ain't shit. But then you have a son that's hearing this men ain't shit. He don't want to be a man. So his best go-to is being a woman. And that right there is fucked up because, like I said, you ain't sitting your son down and saying men ain't shit. He hear you on the phone. He see you crying. He see what these fucked up, situations that you're in.
That you keep putting yourself in.
You're crying and shit. And then here he go. Once he get a sense of not self, but the wrong that you've consumed over and over and over, he don't want to be a man. Because he know the men has hurt my mama. He don't want to be who hurt his mama. So he gonna reverse that shit.
So now we dealing with millions of sensitive ass black men. And they don't even want to resonate with being a black man. So now they dressing up. You got some of them that saying they gay. Some of them saying that they trannies and all these different other names. And like on Tommy Show, he was some shit happened when people was talking about him, and it was this tranny that was talking about him. The tranny said that he decided that he wanted to be a woman because that's all he knew. He watched his mama and he played around in high heels.
Yeah.
This and that shouldn't even never been allowed. My thing is this. I'm not saying a man can't grow up to be a tranny or choose to be gay or whatever, bisexual, trisexual, quadrilateral, whatever they choose is their preference. And I say preference that hard and put an emphasis on it because whatever you choose sexually is only a preference. It don't make who you are. But that's what they have done with homosexuality, is made it be damn near a race.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, hold on, I get that you like men and whatever you went through in your life, led you to this point. But that's a preference. You chose that.
Yeah, I think it should. I don't think it should be, how at that age when like kids don't
like D-Wade's son.
Yeah, they barely understanding the tingling in their underwears. They, you know what I'm saying? It's just that shit just.
It don't make no sense.
It don't.
And then it definitely don't make no sense to exploit it because I feel like whatever D-Wade's son resonate with, they exploiting the hell out of that boy. And that shit fucked up.
And disguising it with support.
Yeah. But see, if you think about it, they on some pedophile shit. Because no matter what that boy's sexual preference is, you showing him to all kind of grown motherfuckers in the world. Why would you want that? Why would you want grown folks to talk to your son about his preference? And say, oh, well, I support you. You looked cute in that. You see what I'm saying? I went on that motherfucking page one time. Gabrielle Union had posted something. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I see all these grown-ass men saying what they shouldn't be saying to a little boy. Because in my mind, I understand he like 13 or whatever. But in my mind, he's still a little boy.
Yeah.
And even if he was 18, he'd still be a little boy to me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But all these grown ass men was on that girl page talking about how sexy he looked. And yes, and he did that. And I'm like, these is grown ass fucking man. Do y'all not understand that y'all exploiting the hell out of this boy? You giving these pedophiles what they want?
Yeah. That shit make me feel uneasy.
It does. Because pedophilia has become its own thing now. It ain't no different from being in the LGBTQ community when they try not to resonate with pedophiles, but the owner of that created the pedophilia movement. But see, we don't want to go there. They don't want to go there because guess what? Then you start telling the truth. Now it's a hate crime because you trying to hurt, gay people or
this race.
This new race that has emerged in America.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, it ain't that. It's the truth.
Yeah.
This is what this man wanted. He resonated with gay people, but his real agenda was pedophilia.
Oh yeah. Yep. And he figured out a way to incorporate that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't hate gay people, not at all. You
Not
know
at
what
all.
I'm saying? But it's like the like that shit. It's like it's always some mirror cloak and dagger type shit.
But if your mind warped enough, then you gonna believe everything he say, cause you think he resonating with you when truly he ain't even dealing with what you dealing with. He on a whole nother level,
Yeah.
and you can't even see it. Cause you too busy talking about somebody trying to attack you and somebody trying to hurt you. No, nobody's trying to hurt you. Whatever your sexual preference is, do your thing. Do your thing. My thing is, why is it that you got to have a sexual preference and it got to be known every time somebody meets you or every time you introduce yourself and every time you make a post, you got to let your sexual preference be known. That's just like me. What if I got up on Facebook and every day and said, I'm a straight man. I'm a straight man. I love women. I love to have sex with women. Motherfuckers be like, why do you keep saying this? But see, don't nobody say that on the opposite side when it comes to the LGBT community. Nobody asked this question.
Hell no.
Why you keep saying this? We get what you are. Like we not. Nobody's bashing you. Nobody's, trying to take your shit down or none of that. But do you have to repeat this every single time?
It's like, I respect it, but what you doing?
It's like an advertisement. And yes, they are pulling in a lot of little black boys.
I remember they was doing that Disney thing where
Two Kings.
Yeah, and then they had that Princess Boys or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like you had, and it was mostly black boys, like mostly. I think I seen like a Mexican and a white boy.
Here's the question: they always talking about somebody trying to offend their movement. If your movement wasn't towards children, why would I have anything to say? But y'all continuously put this shit in cartoons and on these different networks, and y'all say, oh, well, kids should know. Kids should know what? That they got a sexual preference. So you not relying on the parents to teach them that they can choose whatever they want to choose sexually. It's your job to tell them.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit. It's a complete and utter bullshit. I'm not allowing my kids to watch that Two Kings and none of that bullshit. Because at the end, the Two Kings was married and they kissing and all of this shit. So you basically teaching my child homosexuality before they even understand what it is.
Yeah.
So obviously a child gonna feel like, well, that's right, because it's on cartoon, because they mind haven't developed enough for them to understand what's going on. But then you say, oh, well, kids should know about us. Why? Why is it so important for you to let children know that you have a sexual preference? I don't tell my kids, yeah, I fucked your mama and I love to fuck your mama.
Yeah.
That's my sexual preference. I love to fuck women. I don't tell my kids that.
Yeah. But it'd be weird if you did. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't weird with this other shit that's going on. It's like, no. Man.
That's because they done made so much of a big push to where if you say anything about it, it's you hating. It's a hate crime. You trying to, you against gay people and the whole community. And I'm like, nah, I just ain't gonna let my kids watch that shit.
Oh, you know what though? I also, what you saying that, they making everything a hate crime and you can't offend anybody. It's like everybody gets so butthurt on your opinion. Meaning you can't say shit. You like, these my kids, I disagree with that, don't do that here. And it's like, oh, you know, it's not that. We can't say shit. We can't say nothing. We can't say you done wrong. We can't say nigger is racist. Well, if you quit saying nigger, we'll quit saying nigger. First the fucking all, that word ain't for you. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like everybody want to get so, where it started at? When 2 football teams, the little leagues was playing and shit. The shit started when a loser couldn't be a loser. Everybody win. Everybody get a piece of party. That was the start of that bullshit. And that was bullshit. The winner is the winner. The loser don't get shit because you didn't win. You know what I'm saying?
And the beginning of that, now it comes to a head. Nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to lose and nobody likes to be wrong.
Yep.
That's what they created out here.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but if you don't win, then what?
Then what? Then what?
Because
Then what?
it don't work like that in life.
Hell no.
It's just like your boss get a raise. That don't mean you get a fucking raise.
Exactly. So then the kid grow up, have to face real fucking reality. They had these anxieties. It's like, but I tried my hardest. I should have got an award. No.
You don't win every time. And another thing is, I hear a lot of people hollering toxic masculinity. And I'm like, my thing is this. Is it really toxic? Or is it that you don't want masculinity in your society?
I think, listen,
Because I hear all these black women who say they feminists say this all the time.
let me see, how can I put this? I feel like there is a such thing as toxic masculinity as well as toxic
Feminism.
I really fucking do, because you have men that will take advantage of a woman. Or you like that one dude, this one video where he kept going on these blind dates with women with money. He'll order all this food and then he was like, all right, I'll be back. I'm finna go to the bathroom. Funniest shit ever. You know what I'm saying?
Women do that shit all the time,
women
though.
Do that shit
women
all
do that shit
the
all the time.
And it's just like, wait a minute. It's not wrong over here.
But it's wrong for him.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, because he a man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he just took the play out of your motherfucking game book and applied that shit to his life. He had good dinner. You know what I'm saying? And you pay for it. Like, I can't get mad at that. Because women do that shit. I'ma dress up.
That's commonly more in women than it is in men, though.
Hell yeah, it is. Because some men have standards.
And especially black women, because they expect you to always pay for dinner when you take them out. But then holiday, they a feminist or a strong black woman, but don't even want to pay for their own food or don't even want to split it 50-50.
Nah, I was like that when we first got together. I was like, nah, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't fucked up with paying. It wasn't no, you owe me no type shit. Like, I just didn't. I wasn't hung up on that bullshit. It was stupid to me. And you was like, you'll pay? What? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. This shit, I was going to get some food any fucking way. But women make it their thing to do. And then when a man feel like, bitch, you owe me and I want pussy, they wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to choose how you pay this shit back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying a nigga should take it, but I'm just saying, y'all came to an invisible agreement that you gonna pay for my dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect
something.
Some bed witching.
Something.
I expect a bed witch when we get full. She's like, nuh-uh. You know what this was. Who was that made that song? Big Crit. What was that song? Why the fuck you came?
Yeah.
It's the truth. But it's only the truth when it comes to a woman taking advantage, not the man. Because a man ain't supposed to take advantage of shit. He's supposed to be noble at all fucking times. No.
This nigga's supposed to be Prince Charles.
That shit? Yeah, who told you that shit? Your mammy. Your mammy told you that.
Who currently living at home alone. You know what I'm saying?
Continuing to be a bad witch.
Exactly. I'm not saying this to be mad. It's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
It's a fucking fact that a lot of black women sit there and try to teach their daughter how to be a whore, or how to be this type of woman, or how to gain access from a man, and they don't even got a fucking man. They can't keep a man. So how can somebody who can't keep a man teach you how to keep a man?
The blind leading the blind.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, but back to the toxic masculinity thing. Every human has the ability to be toxic. Now,
it ain't. I'm gonna say this. It's not more toxic masculinity out here than it is more feminist masculinity.
No.
Because it's a major push towards feminism, you know, and the empowerment of black women, and all of this fake feminism in the black community when it comes to black women. They don't even understand where it came from, the history behind it, or what they represent. They just think that feminism means being a strong black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the misconception that they get. And when you burst a bubble, then they mad at you. Mm-hmm. Then here it is when you hear these words. You're just being a toxic masculinity person. That's all it's about. Mm-hmm. No, I'm spitting facts, truth. I'm trying to open your eyes to the bullshit that you claim that you are.
I think people need to come to the standpoint where we're teaching constantly and we are willing to learn. I feel like it takes both people, the teacher and the fucking student, to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If you talking to, you was the vice president of the union, is the vice president of the union, and you dealt with women, I didn't see fit to get angry about this because I knew what you did. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what the fuck you represented. I didn't even have insecurities because I knew my husband. Now, I don't know other bitches, and it's like, look at here, look at here, look at here. But you already was on that. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is, only when it comes to that toxic standpoint, you have so many. I see so many motherfuckers that'll get on Facebook and be like, "Oh, I'm spiritual." Then the next message, "I beat on niggas." But can a nigga be spiritual and be bitches?
Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? Now
it can't be either or.
Either or. It shouldn't be either or. That's when we come to that fine ass line to where people do not respect fucking people. The only way it becomes toxic is if you tell a motherfucker no and they keep doing it. Or if you tell a motherfucker, I don't want this, and they gonna make you change your goddamn mind.
But they use that against black men.
Yes.
To get their way.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is in a bunch of cases. Now, I'm not saying that a black man can't be toxic or a man in general can't be toxic. But I'm saying that more than often is women who use that statement alone of toxic masculinity against men just to get their way.
Just to get their way. And another thing I hate that women do is give ultimatums. Oh, that burns my blood. Oh, that burns my fucking blood. I can't.
You can marry me or I'll leave.
Oh, I'll leave. Just fucking leave. He don't plan on doing it. You don't have to remind somebody that they're not doing something. They know they're not doing that shit. You get what I'm saying? But then here you go with your list of things. Oh, I'm going to, and I'll take myself away. If this is not what you are in agreement with, bounce.
Why not just ask why he won't marry you? Why not just ask what's the issue of why he won't marry you? Because obviously, wait a minute, obviously it's an issue to where if you with a man for 7 years, let's just say 7 years, and he haven't proposed to you, he haven't even gave you the notion that he even want to marry you. Let's say y'all don't have no kids together. What is it? If y'all haven't had the marriage talk, why y'all haven't had it? Wait, hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
So if y'all haven't had the marriage talk, why is it that y'all haven't had it? And then why is it that you don't have it and see what the issue is if you feel like you should be married to this person? It don't matter if it's the man or the woman. If you feel like you should be married to this person, then why not have the conversation about it? And then based on whatever information that you get from that conversation, then you make your decision if you're going to leave or you're going to stay.
But here's another thing that I feel like is unacceptable. You know what? And I feel like I'm just attacking women. But what I want to say is women do not take I don't want to get married is a legit thing. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
And it's frustrating because it's like you can't be okay with him not wanting to get married, but it's like, but I want to marry you. He don't want to marry you. At this point, you give him an ultimatum. After that, it's a kidnapping. You gonna get down or you gonna lay down? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But then you got some females that'll take that shit further, because you can get out of a marriage, you can't get out of a kid. You got hoes promoting, I'm I'm gonna put a baby on him. How you put another human on another human?
You know how that happens.
Hey, I know how it happened, but I'm just saying.
I mean, it been stories out here, people going to court, motherfucker taking condoms out the garbage.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying?
Lady?
Yeah.
She was like, he was. Why did you do the judge?
She was the cleaning lady.
The dude, like, I've never seen this lady in my life. The judge, like,
and then put him on child support.
And put him on child support. And this
and
was
he
a
ain't
rich
never
motherfucker.
fucked.
Never.
That was fucked up too.
Never.
I was like, man, bro, I know he kicking his damn self.
And to pleasure yourself, was it, or did he have somebody in the room?
He was in there with somebody. They had sex, right? Mm-hmm. Then after they done it, you know, they said they goodbyes and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He put the condom in the garbage. He checked out the hotel. This bitch cleaning came in there, got the condom, and took it home and put the sperm up in her.
That bitch said, "Por favor."
And I look at it like this. I think that's a lie. I think she laid down on that bed and put that sperm on her. I don't think she made it home. But she told the judge she went home and done it, but I don't believe that shit.
That lady said, no man left behind.
Man.
I'm not going to leave these rich babies in the garbage can.
Say the truths. She had to say the truths, goddammit.
How dare you abort these wealthy babies? Oh, that's some dirty shit.
And I think the judge had granted her like $60,000 a month or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, the lady he had sex with was his girlfriend.
And she
thought that he cheated on her.
And probably broke up with him.
Yeah, they broke up and shit. But
and he think about trying to explain that to me, baby. I ain't fuck nobody. I don't know where this baby come from. That's every nigga excuse that done cheated. Mm-hmm. Of course you not gonna believe this shit. Then you get the court.
And she told the story. Right, she told the story of how she got the condom out the garbage can and inseminated herself.
Oh, you raggedy bitch.
And I'm like, how fucked up is that, dog?
She waited till she had this baby to bring this baby forth.
After she
DNA.
had the baby. How fucked up is that for a judge to even grant her anything?
She should have been paying him.
Exactly.
She should have been paying him.
But due to the financial circumstances, he was better off than her. So the judge I guess he feels sorry for her.
That's fucked up.
Man, I can't remember bro's name, but I know he kicked himself a bunch of times because I know in his mind he was like, I shouldn't even done that shit in the hotel in general. But I mean, think about that. You thinking that your hotel room is safe for you to have a sexual encounter or do whatever that you want to in the room, in the privacy of your room, but the fucking maid came in there and got pregnant by you without you even messing with her.
Now, how dangerous is this? What if she would have said he raped me, and due to the rape, I have a product of him being a wealthy man? That would have destroyed him. You get what I'm saying? And then the baby comes. She was like, oh, well, she know for a fact she got his baby in her belly because she put that baby there. Oh, well, you'll find out when the DNA comes. This nigga like, I didn't fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And then they do the DNA test. He would have been found guilty of rape.
Right. It's a dangerous world out here when it comes, man. Females is getting down on a whole nother level than I ever seen in my life.
Down and dirty.
So, you know, we have came to the conclusion of the over-sexualization of the black women in the community and the demasculinity in the black community. And, you know, I'm going to leave on this note. We as black people need to start treating our children better and quit putting them in over-sexualized situations. That's not just mamas, that's daddies, that's parents.
It's TV.
It's not just daughters, it's sons too. It ain't just what you do, it's also what you watch, what you listen to, how you react. You know, our children view us under a microscope and pretend like they don't hear or see nothing. So you best believe if you don't want your son to dress up like a woman, then don't allow him to watch you dress up and put on high heels and dance in front of him. If you don't want your daughter to be over-sexual, then don't allow her to watch so much over-sexualized content and listen to. Because then your imagination can take you where you need to be when you can hear it.
And then the way of the internet is like, you hear this, let me find out what this shit is. Let me get my thumbs awakened.
Right. I had to take the internet from my kids.
The whole World Wide Web.
No www.0. .none. They can't even get on the internet because, like I said, it's so easy to go down that rabbit hole, especially to a child that's like our oldest, 12 years old, that's wondering, where will this rabbit hole take me next? You know, I'm not gonna allow that. When she get of the age, now whatever she chooses to watch and do, that's her business. You know, that's how I feel. Any of my kids. So I'm done. What do you want to sum something out?
No, go ahead. I'm done too.
Okay, well, this concludes another episode of Thurman Viking Podcast. Please share. Go look us up on Facebook, Thurman Vikings. Facebook, Thurman Herbals. And on Instagram, the same, Thurman Vikings, Thurman Herbal. You know, look at that merch. That's it. We'll catch you on the next one.